Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family. Because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
Breaking news shaking the very core of China's entertainment industry. Imagine walking away from millions, risking your career, and defying the rules of fame. That's exactly what just happened. Rising star Zhao Lucy has terminated one of the most lucrative endorsement contracts of her generation. But here's the shocking twist. The mastermind behind this bold decision is none other than Liu Yuning. Stay with us because this story is not just about money and contracts. It's about courage, values, and a hidden future that could change everything. The entertainment industry thrives on glamour, ambition, and carefully curated images. But every now and then a moment arrives that cuts through the glitter and reveals something raw and human. When Xiao Lucy decided to step away from one of the most lucrative endorsement contracts of her generation, it was more than just a business decision. It was a thunderclap that echoed across the world of fame. This young actress, celebrated for her sincerity on screen, shocked not only her fans but also the entire marketing ecosystem by walking away from a deal worth tens of millions of yuan with Safi, a global leader in feminine care. To those looking in from the outside, it seemed unimaginable. Why would a rising star at the peak of her popularity abandon a contract that promised both immense financial security and international exposure? For many, it was almost unthinkable, as if someone had chosen integrity over certainty in an industry where security is everything. The scandal quickly became more than just numbers on a contract. It became a story of values colliding with expectations. Zhao Lucy, adored for her ability to embody youthful honesty and charm, suddenly became the face of a very different narrative: the courage to say no. In a climate where celebrities are often criticized for being driven only by money, her decision invited admiration and debate in equal measure. Supporters praised her bravery, seeing in her choice a refreshing break from the compromises that so often define stardom. Detractors, however, called it reckless, warning that such defiance could brand her as unreliable in the eyes of international corporations. The divide only made the story burn brighter. Yet, beneath the controversy lies a deeper resonance. It speaks to something universal: the struggle between personal conviction and the allure of wealth. For audiences, Zhao Lucy's decision was not just about a contract, but about the eternal human dilemma of whether to follow the safer path or to risk everything in pursuit of authenticity. What turned this scandal into something unforgettable was not the contract's price tag, but the raw symbolism behind her act. By walking away, she transformed what could have been a simple business headline into a moment of cultural significance, one that forced both fans and industry insiders to ask themselves what truly defines success. Liu Yuning's sudden emergence at the center of this storm is perhaps the most compelling element of the entire story. For years, he had built a reputation as a man who preferred to keep his head down, devoting his energy to music and acting rather than the politics and controversies that so often swirl around the entertainment industry. He was admired for his talent, respected for his quiet discipline, but rarely associated with the kind of bold moves that change another star's destiny. And yet, against every expectation, he chose to step into Zhao Lucy's life at the precise moment when her career stood at a crossroads. What makes his role extraordinary is not just that he offered support, but that he became the architect of a plan that would alter her trajectory forever. Behind closed doors, Liu Yuning is said to have poured his time, his intelligence, and his conviction into what some have described as an exit blueprint. This was not casual advice exchanged between colleagues over coffee. It was a carefully constructed strategy that involved meetings with lawyers versed in the fine print of endorsement law, consultations with financial advisors who understood the cost of walking away, and discussions with brand specialists who could see the long-term implications of abandoning Safi. He did not simply encourage Zhao Lucy to take a leap of faith. He built the bridge she would need to land safely on the other side. The image of Liu Yuning hunched over documents, mapping out scenarios and outcomes, is a far cry from the glamorous spotlight in which fans usually see him. But it is precisely this hidden work that reveals the depth of his commitment. What drove him to invest so much of himself in a battle that was not even his own? For some, the answer lies in loyalty and friendship, a bond strong enough to make him risk his own standing in the industry. For others, it suggests a deeper connection, perhaps even unspoken feelings, that pushed him to act where others would have stayed silent. Whatever his motivation, the fact remains that he stepped into uncharted territory, and in doing so, redefined the perception of what one artist might be willing to do for another. His role was not that of a bystander but of a shield, strategist, and ally. In helping Zhao Lucy take control of her story, Liu Yuning inadvertently transformed his own, showing that true influence is not measured by headlines alone, but by the courage to stand beside someone when the world expects you to walk away. At the heart of this story lies an emotional weight that goes far beyond the mechanics of contracts and negotiations. Zhao Lucy's decision, amplified by Liu Yuning's guiding hand, is not simply about business. It speaks to something profoundly human, the eternal struggle between staying true to oneself and yielding to the demands of a world that equates success with financial gain. For audiences watching from across the globe, her choice resonates because it mirrors the conflicts so many people quietly carry within their own lives. How often are individuals asked to compromise, to silence their values in exchange for comfort, recognition, or security? By daring to reject that path, Zhao Lucy transformed herself from an actress caught in a scandal into a symbol of integrity, sparking admiration and debate in equal measure. The emotional intensity of this moment is heightened by the sheer scale of the risk. Walking away from tens of millions of yuan is not merely a personal gamble, it is the type of act that challenges an entire system. Fans who admire her bravery feel inspired, seeing in her the reflection of courage they wish they had in their own lives. For them, Zhao Lucy's action is not reckless but liberating, a reminder that values can matter more than wealth, that there is dignity in choosing authenticity. Yet others, more pragmatic or cautious, cannot help but worry. They see a young woman risking everything she has worked for, potentially branding herself as unpredictable. And in that fear lies another form of emotional truth, the anxiety of watching someone you admire step into dangerous territory. And then there is Liu Yuning, whose role transforms the emotional texture of the story even further. His commitment to helping Zhao Lucy has been read by many as an act of profound loyalty, and perhaps even devotion. For fans who have long speculated about the nature of their bond, this moment offers both hope and uncertainty. Is it friendship taken to extraordinary lengths, or is there something deeper that neither has spoken aloud? This ambiguity only intensifies the emotions at play, as audiences find themselves not only witnessing a career decision, but also sensing the invisible threads of human connection that bind the two stars together. Ultimately, the emotional angle of this scandal is what makes it unforgettable. It is not simply about losing or gaining money. It is about the courage to live authentically, the loyalty that compels one person to stand beside another, and the vulnerability of daring to step into the unknown. In this way, Zhao Lucy and Liu Yuning's story is not just entertainment. It is a mirror reflecting back our own struggles with fear, conviction, and the longing to be true to ourselves. And then the revelation. Multiple sources whisper about a hidden brand deal, not with a typical consumer label, but with a luxury lifestyle company rooted in sustainable fashion. This isn't just endorsement, it's partnership. Imagine Zhao Lucy having creative control, a share in profits, and the chance to shape products with her name attached. This isn't about breaking a contract. This is about rewriting what a celebrity career can look like in the 21st century. But let's pause for a second. This isn't just paperwork and penalties. This is about friendship, loyalty, maybe even something more. Why did Liu Yuning dedicate his time, while filming dramas and preparing for tours, to fight for Zhao Lucy's choices? For fans, the mystery deepens. Is this a story of professional solidarity, or a bond that goes far beyond what the public can see? What happens next? Some believe this could inspire a new wave of stars to challenge unfair contracts, to stand up for authenticity. Others fear it may scare away international brands, worried about instability in partnerships with Chinese talent. One thing is certain, this decision has already ignited global conversations about the future of celebrity endorsements. This isn't just a celebrity drama, it's a turning point. Zhao Lucy and Liu Yuning have shown that sometimes the boldest moves come with the highest risks and the greatest potential rewards. The world is watching and so are we. Thank you for joining us here on Update X24H. If you found this story as thrilling and thought-provoking as we did, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think, bravery or recklessness? We'll keep you updated with every twist and turn. Until next time, stay inspired, stay curious, and thank you for being part of our journey.